Hello, I'm Svitek, 360 Creative Coach, and in this episode, I want to talk about a notion of separating time and space. Now, this is a tip that comes from Shetty, although other people could probably give it to you in their own words as well. And so I'm giving it to you through my filtered viewpoint. Now, before I fully get into it, I would like to invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. That way you get all the various episodes and lessons that I put out right when I put them out. Thank you if you just did. It truly means a lot to me. And thank you if you already were. It also means a lot to me. So, at its core, separate time and space. What it really means is don't set boundaries, okay? So, for example, don't work in your bed with your computer for work stuff, right? Try not to have your phone in your bedroom. Don't eat lunch at your work desk, right? And I think this is the reason why I'm talking about this now is because to me it becomes, we've basically been in lockdown for the past 9 months, and as many of us continue to work from home, there's that kind of notion of like, now, rather than like work from home, it's more like I live where I work, right? Sometimes it might feel like that. And so in order to combat that, we really do need to set up boundaries for ourselves. And even with a small apartment or wherever you may live, there's ways of having different sections. So, here's where I work and do my work stuff. Here's where I eat and dine and all that. Here's where I sleep and so forth. So it's really all about respecting that and not letting it cross-contaminate. And that's why, because if you let it cross-contaminate, that's when you fall into trouble. For example, I have a friend and she literally sleeps in her bed, works from her bed, she's a host, so she throws her wardrobes on her bed to lay them out and so forth. And even though, she's currently with her parents and they have a relatively good sized house, she has the space to separate these activities. And yet she hasn't. And because of it, she was feeling more and more depressed. And it's like, well, of course, because there's no separation. Everything feels the same. And the lines are just very blurred. So of course you're gonna feel like a workhorse. You're never gonna get to sleep because your body. It's like what's the difference between sleeping and working? It's like I'm in the same location, right? But that's why for me, I have my bedroom, and I was very specific, with this apartment that I got to have my work stuff outside of the bedroom, right? Because I wanted my bedroom to be my bedroom, and I wanted my work area to be my work area. Then I have my dining area and so forth. And there's a number of ways you can break this up, but what it really comes down to is having clear delineation, so that way, because your subconscious, your unconscious is not going to be able to differentiate this, and then it's going to mess with your wiring, so to speak, and create depression, insomnia, all kinds of things, and it's just not good, right? And like all things, we need to be intentful and purposeful in order to stay in the moment. And part of how you get there and can do that for yourself is having boundaries and separation of time and space. So, your bedroom is for sleeping at nighttime, right? Your desk is for working during the daytime, during meals. You eat at a certain location, yada, 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 right? Don't cross-pollinate these things, and you'll be much happier. I know from my own life this to be true. So that's the tip. If you have any questions or thoughts of your own, by all means, please share them, whether down in the comment section below or hit me up on social media at Svitek. I'd be more than glad to converse with you. If you think this episode might be of benefit to somebody, then by all means, please share it with them. I certainly would appreciate that, and thank you, and hope to see you next time.